Tarumbeta italia katika anga
like this. That is how the trumpet will sound.
Iko Nini. So kama kuna kitu ina happen ni kuna hii boxing fight inafaa ku happen katikati ya Majembe na Mbavu ni Mbavu Destroyer. And kitu moja ile ni interesting ni kuna vile umsa anaitwa Mosiria alienda pakiwa involved kwa hii story. Mnajuaga my views on Mosiria. I always find him to be like what is it called, a content creator more than a government official. I feel like there's so much that he can be doing, but instead of doing that, of course wagameka tu kamera mbele yake. So what I didn't know is until Obinna baki amereveal ni umse kuna vile alienda paki bonga na Mbavu the Destroyer na akamwambia that I'm getting you a trainer, but if you win the fight then you have to give the trainer 200,000 shillings. So swali nilichekina ni akiuliza Obinna akiuliza ni does, like, if you offer to help you should just help, then don't offer to help, because why are you offering to help and then you want to take the money away from like this guy? Yes, najua like kwa mse kama Mbavu the Destroyer, this is life changing money, and since it's life changing money you should not be there trying to make money from him, because how do we know that even this 200,000 shillings itendea nini, itendea the trainer? Yeah, so hii story ilienda up make a few headlines because jana usiku kuna vile Obinna ended up addressing your story, na yeye mwenyewe alikuwa amejam kabisa ikikam to stories alikuwa amejam na yeye, and I'm not even I'm not surprised that this is Mosiria. Why are you even surprised? Wacha tusikize.
Kwanza niko na beef na Mosiria. Wacha kwanza nimalize tu kitu juu inaniwasha, wacha tu niseme nitoke. Wacha kutumia Mbavu Destroyer vibaya. So you do know what Mosiria did? Mosiria ameenda amechukua Mbavu Destroyer, akaenda kafanya nao content. Si ndio? Wakaingia kwa akafanya hizo vitu akasema tena mlipia tena. Then Mosiria is telling the manager of Mbavu Destroyer, wakiwa na Mbavu Destroyer, that anataka umse our train, and then akiwini 1 million atapatia trainer 200,000. Mosiria really?
Mosiria?
Personally me, after me, I didn't expect that from Mosiria, because that mimi sinanga issue. Si unapigaga tu kelele tunamuita socialite nini. But now it's starting to be real. Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria watu wanamwekelea.
Ni ukweli wewe unyangi.
Me, I didn't know, because Mosiria is like, it's just my boy, like we don't have ati tuko na Mosiria.
So nacheki, and I'm not surprised, man. Like I feel like inasemagani when people show you who they are, believe them, and Mosiria has always shown us that he's a clown. Najua like, kuna vitu like the way he used to treat those poor women like in the middle of town commit this crime of course selling at the wrong place, which I don't dispute. They're not supposed to do that, but there's a more humane way of doing it, and one of the humane ways of doing it is not shoving a camera in their faces. And like kuna moja ile sijaisahau ile, there was this woman who was selling I don't know what, and she was so angry that I think alikuwa anambia Mosiria zile za wewe fanya kile utafanya sijali, and there was a very small kid right next to her, and of course this a-hole was just there with the camera like ameiweka kwa sura yake. So I'm not surprised that he's being accused of trying to take advantage of the whole situation and make money off it. Najua, because if you're offering to help, mimi alisema na provide trainer, I thought he'd take the money from his own pocket and pay this trainer. When it comes to him saying, no, ukishinda basi achia huyu trainer, then atambia ule trainer, because don't forget this is a county official, and these county officials, of course, one thing that we know about them is they are shady as so since they are shady as are we even surprised that that's happening? Yes. So Mosiria the clown has like proved to us that he's still a clown, and he's still someone who is always najua anatafuta ujinga. So I guess it's it is what it is. But tukibonga jo story, of course another story that I have to connect with this ni story ya Nyota. So if you come to stories za Nyota, one of the things that happens, and I always fight this notion, the notion is every Kenyan is this astute business person who's just waiting for an opportunity, and as soon as they have this capital they are going to be very successful business people. And I always fight that, and kuna sort of fight too just for the hell of it, but I fight that because it makes business look simple. And I remember I watched this video yesterday, and this video just reminded me how tough business is. So ini video fulani ya buda fulani ule I think inasemekana ni ilikuwa ni drama as thick man loses 2 lorries to rogue auctioneer. He says the lorries were worth 10 million shillings. Nakumbuka majuzi tukiwa na Gumse anaitwa nani, tukiwa na Kajairo kibongajia bila shechukua loan. Alafu it was one of those loans where he just repay and it would never go down. He repays that it never goes down. And people always talk about how debt is good. Damn, 90% of the time debt is really bad. But wacha tucheki video. Ubuda sasa hapa ni ati after I learned that amelose kila kitu. Usikia place anateta anasema gari zangu za milioni 10 and yeah man, that's business for you. So it means that he's lost everything, and this is just to show you how tough business is, because for you to grow a business maka ifike 10 million shillings, something must have happened that made him want to take a loan, and then that loan ended up costing him everything. Nacheki. And because when you're desperate, you're going to go to these Shylocks, and it's not even that. You find that banks mostly hazikuwa ready kukupatia kile unataka, hata uende hapo na whatever, kama sivyo zitakupatia maybe do itakusaidia ku save the situation, and then you end up in it. But my whole reason for showing that video is just to show how it's really, business is tough, man. Like the only simple business in life inakuwaga church. Yeah, inakuwaga simple if umefanya good branding. Majuzi tuko na dem fulani hapa alikuwa anabonga juu ya branding. So if you do good branding, that can be simple. Ajua. And yeah. So who has done some good branding? Prophet Owuor. Man. Kuna raya zinamwitanga Prophet Owuor. So Prophet Owuor of course did some good branding, but we always blunder. Sometimes you can run a con game for so long that you end up not being careful. So kuna udem alikuwa anafanya hii feature ya nini ya TV47. Of course she just kept like there's this one word where she kept saying hii ni diagnose, alikuwa anasema ni diagnose ama diagonize. Kuna kitu alikuwa anaisema je, that was getting to my last nerve. She just kept saying it, and then in this accent, I don't know why she was doing the accent. But apart from that, of course, it was a masterpiece. And since it was a masterpiece, alienda kwa Radio 47, and she revealed that Owuor called her. Owuor, call me. Let's have that interview. She can predict. If you send me 20,000 shillings, I'm not going to reverse it. But I'm still going to reveal that there is no prophet. The only true prophet in the world right now is Prophet Habakkuk. Yes. I'm the only true prophet. Why? Because I can predict your bullshit from a mile away. Even before this expose, I told people there is no one who can cure you. Not Prophet Owuor, not Prophet Lovi. No one can cure you. But Prophet Lovi has big cojones, bigger cojones than you, because he runs his con game in America. Like, damn, I hope that dude pays his taxes. And I hope he's keeping it in his pants, because the last time I heard he had that charge that was going. I don't know where that reached. But so wacha tusikia udema kibonga vile alidungiwa na Owuor.
Kwanza kabisa Billy. Naam. Ile swali likilijibu, ningependa kwanza kuwajibu pia wafuasi wake ambao nimeona mtandaoni wakisema TV47 is a small station. Wanafaa waelewe kuwa wanaweza Twitter station ndogo, lakini kama nabii wao alitutafuta, manake mimi sikumtafuta huyo nabii. Yeye ndiye alitutafuta.
The prophet, the mightiest prophet of the Lord looked for you.
Yeah, we did not look for him.
Okay, alikupigia simu ama alikulocate na divine intervention?
That's a very good question. Najua, if you're this guy who was involved in building planets and moving them around, then yeah. And I can see you aging. So why are you aging? People actually believe this nonsense that Raya ni prophet. But kimoja hiyo nini ya TV47 ilinibamba nayo ni the fact ilikuwa imeandikwa Kumeandikwa nini? A self-proclaimed prophet. Shit, that's disrespectful. Self-proclaimed. Damn.
Huenda kukakuwa na divine intervention. Manake when they called me the first time nilikuwa Rumuruti nikifuatilia swala la Peter Oyani ambaye hakuwa na HIV. So nikiwa Rumuruti, one of the bishops called me, and good thing I'm a good investigative journalist. I have the phone call recorded at my phone. So alinipigia akaniuliza, Samira uko wapi? Tunataka kupatana na wewe sana. So I was like, siko Nairobi, niko outside town. It's like, akaniambia, hapana, we can even fly you to Nairobi. Where are you? We can drive to where you are. Nikamwambia, no, you can't come to where I am.
Damn, we can even fly you to Nairobi. We can come to where you are. That's how free money works, man. Like Iraya, out there promising people najua to enjoy the fruits after death. And you yenye inaishi maisha soft hapa Kenya. Inaishi maisha soft jo. Damn, okay.
Then they're like, we can even fly you to Nairobi.
Yaani unakambe wewe ukisikia ndege basi
nikajua hapa huenda.
Hawajui tuko na helipad hapa kwa kampuni.
Hawajui nimetoka ushago sasa hii na ndege nikuje studio.
You know.
So nikamwambia no, you just have to wait for me nirudi Nairobi. So they kept calling me, and the last call wakanipigia nikiwa huko, they said the prophet wants to speak to you.
Ukajua yes.
Nikamwambia okay.
The prophet wants to speak to you. Yes, sir. Why can't he use divine intervention? Remember, this is a dude that I think kuna msali share. Ilikuwa kwanza ni Amerix, if I'm not wrong. Because kuna time ine, allegedly, I don't know how true this story is, but kuna time allegedly, kuna inasemekana that Prophet Owuor alikuwa ameshare tweets. WhatsApp message between him and God. Like, damn, you are involved in moving the planets, but you still need science between you and God. Why can't he just whisper in your ear and be like vile Michelle alisema, God's voice is like the orchestra. Okay. And so why do you need to use science? And you're also a prophet. Even when you sat down with them, you should have known that they were going to betray you. Kama ningekuwa hapo, ningetoa zile za ovyo as Prophet Habakkuk. Kimalizana na ude manaitwa Samira alafu nimwambie, I know you're going to betray me, my child. The Lord has told me. Alafu najua niko sure Samira iko religious, roho yake ingekole. Of course kwa raya kama nitakuwa pale za EXTORTION.
So they said, when can we do it? I told them we can plan about it, not now, because I'm somewhere. So they were like, okay, utatuambia, lakini he's jetting into the country on Wednesday. So he needs an interview with you. Nikamwambia sawa, hamna shida, lakini wacha nijipange nitakuambia lini. So next, another lawyer texted me on WhatsApp. The prophet wants to speak to you. And
damn, the prophet is a lawyer. Prophet, if I was prophet, okay, I'm Prophet Habakkuk. Do you know who my lawyer is? Jesus Christ. Do you know who the co-counsel is? The Holy Spirit. Do you know where the evidence is? The blood of Jesus.
Anataka kufanya interview na wewe. Would you like it? I was like, akitaka, we can do it. So nikamweleza, akaniambia nakuja Wednesday. Nikamwambia haya, Wednesday sawa, pumzike Thursday, Friday tufanye interview. Na nikampata hiyo Ijumaa.
Okay. You met.
Damn. Okay, the prophet, man, living a soft life, man. Kipata kondo unazinyorosha jo, unazidanganya zitapata benefits after death, man. Such a good business, man. And that's the easiest business if you go through that, if you have a very straight face, you're conning people and you can maintain your bullish. Like, I'm the only true living prophet. on earth right now. Saa hiyo Lovie alikuwa pahali maybe akiangalia picha za kadem fulani kwa damn I'm also prophet. Like Lovie tulia bana, acha kucheza na sehemu nyeti. Sehemu nyeti itakuletea shida mbele ya Yesu Kristo. Yesu Kristo hataki tumie sehemu nyeti. Keep it pure. Tuombe sasa. Ekonene, najua mwaka ni mpya lakini injili ni ile ile LemFi. So kama uko US, uko UK, uko Canada ama uko the UAE na unatry kutuma do Kenya, baki umechangamka, ingia LemFi, utabaki umepata the most competitive rates. Lakini apart from that, on your first transaction ya $100 or more, utapata $20 sign up reward. So unangoja nini? Baki umechangamka, chap chap, ingia LemFi. LemFi, international payments for everyone. Ekonene. Okay, kama kuna raya na need maombi, ni raya inaitwa Joey. So Joey, uko nasema na like ilikuwa kwa Daily Nation. Joey challenges the law denying death row inmates bill, bail pending appeal. So of course Joey alikuwa convicted of murder and damn, that story was horrific. Like if you hear the story, nasema kana godem alichapo ile ni alipatiwa Colombian necktie. Okay, not Colombian necktie because the Colombian necktie kuna vile ni ulimi wage inaiko hapo, but okay, alipatiwa hiyo pia si back 50 because back 50 ni hapa kusikiza too much rap music man. But kuna vile alitendewa Kiebrania udem and I remember when that sentence was being read, and it's a very interesting story because kuna watu try kusema that Joey was innocent but then he could be placed akiingia kwa hiyo hao. I think pia phone yake ilikuwa inaping hiyo area kusikuizi hiyo ndio shida jo, and pia alisign akiingia with a fake name, so there was a lot of, I don't know if to call it circumstantial evidence that ended up pointing at him being the culprit. And of course if you are in such a case, what happens is you end up like now you are dangerous. Everyone has to be afraid of you, and I think that's what's happening right now, where he's being treated as this very dangerous person, and that's the reason why imekuwa very hard for him to kutoka jela na cheki. And I don't know, let's wait and see. And the reality of life is 1 minute yeye na ule dem anaitwa Maribe, they were fighting for their lives and fighting for their freedom. Right now that girl utapata kuna siku where she sleeps and she does not even think about him. Like damn. Try to imagine you like one day, like at some point walikuwa na share everything hadi sehemu nyeti, alafu sasa inafika level where huko hapo jela most probably kuna raia fulani ina try ku share sehemu nyeti na dem yako iko nje free and shit. So there's that one, and also there's the other aspect of what dem, like she was at the top of her game. I don't think she ever recovered because I think your case ndio ilifanya her media career ikaisha, because she was one of the top honchos ikikam to your story. Ama ni top what are we supposed to call them? And that ended like that man, just because of ile sehemu nyeti alichagua ilimleta hizo shida zote. Nyeti si lazima ikuwe direct, so just assume ati lazima ikuwe na kaswende. There's take away just your career like that man. Like 1 minute you have a career, 1 minute you are a respected journalist, and then the next minute all we know about you is when we hear your name we think about like a court case, and a court case that even after you won, not everyone believed that you'd won fairly. Kulikuwa na wale walikuwa like boy child wonewa. Do I think boy child wonewa? Not really. I don't know man, I don't know, but yeah, so there's that. And tukimalizia kulikuwa na hii story that I found to be super interesting, and majuzi kulikuwa na like some sort of beef, and the beef was between anaitwa Willis Raburu na Vera Sidika, because ilikuwa ni Willis alikuwa amesema that Vera Sidika anatumia AI and she's not in Hollywood, which didn't make sense to me because tunajua go dem would travel. Udem could travel na udem kutengeza do. To me it's one of those mysteries of the world, because I've never understood it. Never understood vile, because udem ili tulimjuaga na dendai you guy, she can give you a good one. Nakumbuka akitokea kwa hiyo video akiwa dark skin, akiwa na tako, alafu the next minute yuko light skin na ile tako ameiongeza silicone ndani, and now she's super rich. And I'm there like, damn, how does that work? I actually respect that. Mi kuna vitu ziraga na heshimu kwa zile za damn, I didn't expect that. Mi kila mmoja wagajua wealth inafaa kukugarantii, especially as a dude, wealth inafaa kukugarantii in quotes free access to girls, especially in the age tunaishi right now where the girl has been empowered. Akambua ingia kwa club seme kujoni dinya, like damn. So in that era, for her to be this rich, I don't understand it, man. I can just salute it, man. It means there are different kind of men out here, and yeah, so that's what's happening. So we were Vera Sidika, of course. And for another thing, ile pia sikuwa najua ni hiyo story like Willis Raburu, why Raburu felt like she was using AI, and why he felt like he needed to comment on it. Because when that happens, the thing that inakujaga inakuwa ni we ni player hate, kwa nini una player hate, and but apart from that, apart from your story ya player hating, is even if ametumia AI, is it such a big deal? I think she lives the soft life in quotes, and that soft life is evident. Nishaicheki kuna kugandule boy mmoja uitangani so car sporting na maboy fulani hapa Kenya, ni maboy kadhaa muonaga wanajificha kwa barabara, and then when they spot a car, the guy in the car is supposed to give them money. I don't know how that makes sense, and yeah, but it's a viable business thing, and it works for them. So nacheki. So with that in mind, Anishona go dem akipita, and when she was passing there, she gave money to that dude, and I think she was in a Range Rover. So she lives that soft life. So I didn't know why nani alikuwa na feel hivyo, because this had been reported by ilikuwa Nairobi Gossip Club bado. Vera Sidika responds after Willis Raburu suggest her Hollywood clip was AI generated. Alisema, a whole baba like you hating on a girl that's unbothered living her best life. And then kuna ile picha yake hapo akiwa na lile tako la kisilikoni, wacha tuone jo. So ilikuwa ni Raburu alikuwa amekambona viatu haiwachi imprint kwa mchanga, Queen Via na float wallahi hehehehe. Then they mekanika big hater. First of all, hakuna mchanga on this particular spot. You think this is Africa, vumbi everywhere. Damn, una disrespect Africa. Shit. Secondly, a whole baba like you hating on a girl. Okay. Living her best life. I never thought I'd come across in 2026. Across iliandikwa the wrong spelling. Sorry. Then kasema, have you ever been at the Hollywood sign at this specific spot? Am I just hating from the outside? Watch my IG stories to satisfy your bitterness. Damn. Don't be a lemon, as I always say. Then kakua, I don't get why people be claiming my video is AI. Yet I've been coming to LA for 13 years. Yes, I've been seeing her. Na hizo videos zake za states. Why would I need to AI myself now? I'm not like your favorite celebrities who rely on AI to set imaginary standards on a lifestyle that was dead. Which lifestyle is dead? I'm V-Money. Put respect on my name. Damn, okay. So yeah, I don't think it's AI. I don't know why Raburu felt like it was AI. And yeah, pia kwa nini kwa nafikiria hii ni mchanga? Because this just looks like some rock or something. Then the Hollywood sign is there. But damn. Hilo tako jo, ile tako ni mafurumbanya. Okay, then I don't know, man. But I guess sometimes pia sisi kama raya za content creation, one time we just go looking for trouble, man. Katu chini kwa kejo kwa zile za iko nani nazatolea za ovyo, alafu nabaki umemtolea za ovyo. So yeah, that's that. And she's in US. And yeah, I guess kuingia US is not as hard as some of us thought. Ni vile raya kaa sisi tunaogopaga jo ice jo. Ice wanaweza nitokea, alafu najua mimi kibonga kizungu side kaa states ina sound gituni kana bonga kijaka jo. Accent waga imekataa kabisa jo. Nikazileza unaongea. But nikimalizia acha nimalizie na story ya Kibabylon. Hii bado ilikuwa kwa Nairobi Gossip Club. Ilikuwa ni man holds placard in Nairobi CBD asking Mosiria to be his Valentine. Okay. Mosiria umeitisha Valentine, na niliona pia uko kwa internet unaweka video zile umeweka filter za mwili. Sasa kuna mwanaume mwingine anadai mwili yako. Sasa sisi tujui tufanye nini? Nairobi County mlisema mnasafisha Nairobi River, kumbe mnataka kuichafua tena na kinyesi. Iko nene.